started though, before we do this, we want to do a group photo. Can you guys all of you guys pull out your cell phones? AJ will have you stand right here, and then we have the photographer come on up here. Count of 3, if you pull out all your cell phones, turn on the flashlights, the flashlights are going. All right, ready? All right. Good side. There you go. Nope. All right, AJ, you're gonna turn around, look right behind you. There it is. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Excellent.
That was kind of surreal. This whole thing just moved, and I'm like, am I moving? Is it moving? What's moving? Something is moving. What's up, bud?
Hey guys, I'm so glad AJ walked out first because I thought I was going to walk out and say, here's AJ, and then you go, oh, he got old and looks worse somehow. So
No.
Hey, none of your other boys are here, so I'm going to have to substitute for your boy up here on stage.
Okay.
I'm Dan Spindle, everybody. I anchor the morning news and the noon news on Channel 5 here at KSL here in Salt Lake City. So I'm burning the midnight oil, the 5 p.m. oil, to be here because they said, hey, you want to come chat with AJ McLean for Backstreet Boys? I said, yes. Because all of us remember when they exploded on the scene 130 million records later. Here's AJ. Now, AJ just told me backstage that his first con was this con, FanX, Salt Lake, just a few years ago.
Yeah, so after we shot Dead 7, Nick called me and he said, hey, I'm going to Salt Lake City. I'm doing this Comic-Con. And I was like, okay, cool. What do you want me to do? And he said, just come out and we'll have, booths side by side and we'll take pictures and this, that. And I'm like, okay. And I'm a huge nerd by far. Like, I'm a man-child. I grew up with comic books. I collected comic book cards, all of it. So to be at something like this was just overwhelming, and it was so much fun. Never thought that I would continue to do it. And I've done, probably 30 since 2016. And this is my second time back here at FanX, and it is just amazing to be back. So thank you for having me back.
AJ was just here over the summer. Did anybody go see Backstreet Boys out in Usana? Right? Jam-packed.
Don't
it was
lie.
Crazy.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
Jam-packed. Now, did anybody see him in Dead 7 as Johnny Vermillion? Kind of a Joker-esque. I'm thinking that Joaquin Phoenix was borrowing. He said, this performance is something else. And then he took that into his performance. It was cool. It's really cool. If you haven't seen it, check out Dead 7.
It was a lot of fun. It really was.
I'm going to get to the questions. My first question for you, though, you say you're a nerd. Everybody out here is a nerd somewhat or a geek. What is your genre of choice? What do you love? What's your fandom?
So I grew up being a major horror nut. My mom, single parent household. My grandparents were into their type of stuff. My mom, major horror fan. The very first horror movie I ever saw was An American Werewolf in London. I must have been 7 or 8. Terrified me. Nightmares, but it was worth every nightmare. And I fell madly in love with horror, slasher flicks, Freddy, Jason, Crowley, all of them, up to the modern day, the Saw series, Aliens, all of it. I just love horror, and I also love sci-fi.
Okay, well that gets you in the door here at FanX, right? That gets you in the door. Also, before we get going, we got to say your new single that's out, "Smoke." Who has heard "Smoke"? Because listen,
thank you.
My son is over here, and I get some of the lingo. It slaps. Okay.
Thank you.
Smoke
All right, it slaps.
Is what they would say. It really is a great tune.
It's bussin', whatever the heck that is. Like, come on now.
But it's got like a Prince kind of feeling. I know a lot of people have said that, but when I listened to it, I said, I'm getting that funky Prince vibe. So
that's kind of where my head went when my amazing producer Brian, who goes by the name of Killa B, it was one of the very last songs that we wrote with this amazing team of awesome writers, and I went to him and I said, look, I want something that is Prince, Bowie, George Michael-esque, production-wise, and then we'll see where the melody goes, and the song turned out to be better than we could have ever dreamed, And the second single will be coming out this November, a song called Electric.
All right.
And the full album will be out end of January. So, yep.
You don't have to wait that long for an album because the first Backstreet Boys Christmas record is coming out.
Yeah.
How did this? I said that, and my wife and I go, well, that can't be right. Didn't they have a? And we go, no. What? How did it take this long?
Between tour schedule and album cycles, every album cycle takes about 18 months from start to finish. Going in, making the record, mixing the record, promotion for the record, and then touring the record. So timing has just never worked. And learning now, when it comes to making a Christmas album, you have to be done by August, turn it in by September, and it's released in October, which we're usually on tour somewhere during that time. And again, it's a blessing and a curse for all of us. The pandemic helped us in that aspect, giving us the time to make a Christmas album in May.
You got to get in that headspace.
In shorts, in sandals, in 95-degree weather in California. But it was awesome. The vocal booth, we had a Christmas tree in there. We had decorations up. In the actual main studio, we had a Yule log on the TV screen. We had anything from Elf to Christmas Vacation playing.
Hot cocoa.
We just wanted to feel like it was the holidays. So, but I think this might be some of the best vocals we have done in years. We're extremely proud of it. We've been told that it's potentially Grammy worthy.
Ooh.
I didn't even know that you could
Finally.
I didn't know that a Christmas album could be up for a Grammy, but apparently it can. So we've been nominated 9 times. We haven't won yet.
Travesty.
Hopefully this is the one. It would be crazy that a Christmas album is what we finally win a Grammy for. It's a bunch of cover songs and 3 original songs. But hey, a Grammy's a Grammy. I'll take it. I don't care how it happens.
Hey, round of applause for that. We're going to get to the questions right now. I just have to say, on the Grammy front, I said, okay, I Want It That Way is not even arguably, it's one of the top pop songs of all time. What won that year? What could have won? I would never disparage Bono and U2, but Beautiful Day won. It's a good song. It's not I Want It That Way. Come on now. It's not.
I mean, to have such a massive album like Millennium and to lose to some of the most iconic Sting, Santana, and U2, we're in great company.
It better be, yeah.
It's all good. So yeah. It was good. It was good.
Let's get the questions started. Is it kind of funneling this way? And who's our first up?
This gentleman right here. Good to see you, bud.
Yeah. I have a question for you about what was it like singing the song Nothing to Fear Down Here in the Line Guard TV show that's now featured on Disney Plus, The Underground Adventures. Tell us about that, because I don't think people heard about that song. Nothing to fear down here, down here.
Nothing to fear down here, down here. It was, thank you. It was one of the first times I did anything that involves animation. So actually one of my friends, his name is Bo Black. He is the writer for that show, as well as Mickey's Roaster Racers. That's him singing the actual theme song to Mickey's Roaster Racers. He writes about 60 songs a year for Disney.
Oh, wow.
And he asked me if I would come in, and they were going to create a character for me on Lion Guard. It was originally supposed to be a gorilla. And I show up, I do my lines, I sing my song, and then they send me the sides, and I see I'm a little blind mole named Kuchimba who thinks he's a ninja. And I'm like, okay, that's a big difference between a gorilla and then this little mole. And then when I heard the song, I thought it was a joke because they pitched me up to sound like a mole. So I'm really high pitched, but it was such a fun experience, and they may ask me to come back to reprise the character again, so I would love to do that. So
Nick was jealous with the high voice, right?
yeah, a little bit, yeah, a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
Hi AJ, you're the best one.
Oh, thank you. I think so too. No, thank you.
Will you tell us about your favorite music video, because they're all amazing.
Wow. Favorite music video, you know, it's a toss-up between Backstreet's Back. Funny story about Backstreet's Back that I only learned probably about maybe just under 10 years ago. My wife is one of 4 kids, and her oldest brother worked on the production of Backstreet's Back, which means that somehow, years before I met my wife, there was a connection there, which to me is very surreal and it's very bittersweet. Just thought I'd share that. Backstreet's Back, and then honestly, I would have to say a video that I did when I was dabbling in country, a song called Boy and a Man.
You can cheer for that. That's a great song. If you haven't
Thank
heard
you.
it, great song.
To be able to put on prosthetics and to be an older version of myself, and it took so much bargaining to get my wife to be on film, because she does not like to be on film, to just be my wife in the video. And it was such a fun experience to slow dance and fake remarry her all over again. So yeah, it was awesome. Hi, Tink.
Hi! Out of all the songs that you guys have done together, which one has the most personal meaning to you?
Ooh, probably a song off of the In a World Like This album called Show 'Em What You're Made Of, which was also our documentary title. Kevin and I wrote it together. It is inspired by our children and our families. Yeah, that would be my #1 most personal for me. So, thank you.
And if you haven't seen the documentary, watch it. It's so, I mean, it's been around for a while now.
It's been around for a while.
But it's great.
Yeah,
a lot
but
of insight.
when we signed up to make a documentary, the whole initial plan was to make okay, Kevin is back after his hiatus. We're going back in the studio to make a new album. That was the premise. And the director sat us down in London and said, you know what, there's a lot more to your story that people may not know. And we don't want this to be a fluff piece. We don't want it to be just a performance thing about getting it in the studio. And we 5 sat down in London and we decided to go back to our childhood homes, meet people that inspired us growing up. For me, it was my acting teacher and my teachers back in school. I had never been to where Kevin grew up. I had never seen Nick's school. And that was kind of the epicenter. And then talking about Brian's vocals and all these things and all these arches that made the film what it is today. And it's a tough watch.
It's raw. It's raw.
Even though I've lived it, to watch it, it's still a tough watch.
I was a Backstreet fan, watched that. I've kind of preached the gospel of that documentary since then, because it's kudos to you guys
Thank
for
you.
opening up like that.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, AJ. Whoa, that's loud. My name is Benita,
Hi.
and I just want to say I love the fact that you said you like the Saw series because
I do. Yes, I see. I really do.
winning.
Yes,
Daniel,
yes.
you're recording this, right? There he is. Okay. He messed up yesterday. We're good now. My question is, which NSYNC member is your favorite and why?
What? Okay, there is a difference for each, but so Justin's my golf buddy. JC and I actually worked together on my very first solo album. We wrote a song together called Teenage Wildlife. Lance is probably between Lance and Joey, who are my closest. I went to Lance's wedding. Lance and I talk more frequently than most. His amazing husband, Michael, did 2 beautiful paintings of both my daughters when they were babies that are up in my house to this day. Joey's Joey. Everyone loves Joey. I mean, what I do think is funny to this day, though, people still get me and Howie confused, which I don't know how in the hell that's possible. And people will see me out in public. Now, this is no diss. Look at me, okay? Look at me again. They'll be like, Joey, right? Fatone. I'm like, really? Really? Really?
You were the bad boys.
Like-
You were both the bad boys.
I'm like Joey's No, Joey is honestly sweet. And then Chris and I, for whatever reason, for a little brief period of time, we didn't like each other. It was over a girl that we both had dated. It's so stupid. It's like high school. Now we are really close. Now that he's a father, I think there's a newfound respect between each other. And again, those guys are honestly great. Maybe, God willing, if something does happen and a miracle happens, the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC can finally go on tour together.
Bombshell.
Look.
Bombshell, that's breaking news right here.
No, I said hopefully.
I mean, news anchor mode here.
I said on one red carpet how cool it would be if Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls toured together, and it became a thing. And I kept getting asked about it. I'm like, it's not true. I said, what if? But it almost came true.
Once you did the NKOT BSB thing, I'm just saying, that was big.
Or not to Buzba, that's how I say it. It's just easier. Hello, my dear.
Hello, my name is Texas.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And my question is, when's your next concert?
When is my next concert? My next concert is October 3rd, Kevin's birthday, in Portugal. We just finished 3 months in the US and Canada this past summer, and we will be celebrating Kevin's 51st birthday in Portugal. Yeah, he old. I got time. He old. I love you, bro, wherever you are. Thank you for your question, darling.
Hi, my name is Alec, and he'd slap me if I didn't tell you this. My dad is your biggest fan. I don't care what anyone else says.
Okay.
He is your biggest fan. Body pillow and everything.
Oh, you know what? You got the best dad in the world.
That's okay, Dad.
Heck yeah, man.
He's awesome.
That's awesome.
But my question for you is, if you could go back in time and do a different genre of music, what would it be and why?
Ooh. And I've been asked a lot of things in almost 30 years. I've never been asked. That's a really good question. I would either do, gospel, I heard that. Lord Jesus. I would either do Southern rock, or I would do, like jazz blues kind of vibe. You know, I don't know if you would consider like Al Green and Teddy Pendergrass, but that world, or like Sweet Home Alabama. Although this summer, every day off, 4 of us would go play golf, and some of the boys would be drinking their Coors Light. Obviously, I don't drink, but that was the first song they play every day off. That used to be one of my favorite songs. Now I can't hear that song anymore, and it kills me. I love Sweet Home Alabama. Brian, you ruined it for me.
If you want to hear him do another genre, again, Boy and a Man, great song, a few back porch bottle service.
Yep, Night
You've got some
Visions,
country. Country AJ is out there.
He's floating around here somewhere. Hi.
Wait. Before we get to the question, and we are going to get a question. AJ, I would like to introduce you. This is our media personnel. His name is River Hyde. He's been with FanX for years and years and years. Now, if you look at his leg, we have Joey Fatone and Nick Carter. They've autographed his leg, and then he goes and gets it tattooed that night.
You're missing one key element to that leg. You are the best one yet.
There we go, guys. Did you want to witness this?
This is commitment, folks. This is all the way.
Have fun with that.
Thank you so much, JJ.
That's gonna feel fantastic,
You
bro.
didn't mess up, did you?
Yeah.
You got your hand shaking.
That's gonna feel great.
That was unexpected.
How many wishes do I get?
2.
Okay, good. I'll take it.
So I think you're an amazing performer. My question is, are you going to continue to perform as Poppy Love?
Ooh. Well, so I obviously need to ask Mama Roo if I'm allowed to pursue Poppy Love, but I would absolutely love to. Sadly, I was on tour this year and I could not do DragCon, but I want to do DragCon as Poppy Love as many times as I can. And just maybe even make a Poppy Love album. I don't know, it could be fun. I don't know what genre Poppy would do. Maybe kind of a Gaga vibe, like really dance type stuff, but yeah, I would love to bring Poppy Love back. I still have, they let me keep my big padded butt and my fake boobs. So I love to play with my kids with that one. It's so much fun.
Oh no, I knew it.
I do. I'll be making them, you know, breakfast in the morning, like, good morning. They're like, oh, Dad, no, put those away. Yes. No, I had so much fun doing it, and next week's the finale. I don't know who wins. I have no idea. They will not tell us, and that's God's honest truth. So, fingers crossed, I win. I hope so. I hope so. You're welcome. Hi, darling.
What is your favorite color?
My favorite what?
Color.
Color?
Favorite color?
Pink. Pink or turquoise? Pink because I'm a girl dad, and turquoise because that was my grandmother's favorite color. It used to be black, but yeah, pink is the new black, so we all know that. Hello. I love the leopard.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So my question is, what is your favorite concert tour that you've done in your career?
Ooh. You know, it used to be Millennium. But I have to say, this tour we're on right now, the DNA World Tour, might be my new favorite for a variety of reasons. One, the biggest one is we're not wearing suits anymore. Ugh, it's so hard to dance in a suit. And if anyone did see the In a World Like This tour, you know Kevin ripped his butt out multiple times because his pants were too tight. But the DNA tour, it's the most just relaxed, and wardrobe-wise, beautiful content. The flow of the show is good. Because look, we're not spring chickens anymore, but we're also not old by any means. But it is a really fun show. We do 32 songs in this show. Some are medley, but I'd say there's at least 27 full songs that we do in the show. So this should be my new favorite, is the DNA tour. Thank you.
Now, how often do you go, you are...
I mean,
That's the trick. I've heard that from artists, that's the trick.
Well, it'd be fun just to pick a random song and to see if you guys can pick up on it just randomly.
Do it.
I'm trying
I bet
to
you
think.
they would.
Okay, hold on. Come on, girl, and get down. Here it is if you want to get with it. All right.
We had dance moves even.
I did, yes, I did. I'm going to think of another one for
Do
later.
not underestimate this crowd.
I'm going to think of another one. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Hi, my dear.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great, how are you? So my question is, you've been in the industry for a very, very long time, on a very, very long time.
Yes.
But do you ever get nervous or butterflies when you have to go on stage or do something?
You know, I mean, I've been in this business for 40 years. I started in this business when I was 4 years old. I don't know anything else but being on a stage. That's what I live for. I live to bring people joy through performance. If I do get nervous, it's more of a happy, anxious. I think I could speak on behalf of myself and all of my brothers. The most nerve-wracking is when you're doing an award show, because you're in front of your peers, and you know you're looking out and you're seeing, you know, Dr. Dre and you know whoever else out there, and you're Mariah Carey and Pharrell, and you're up there just trying to do your thing. It's a little nerve-wracking, but doing what we do in front of all of you, we're home and we feel comfortable. So, thank you.
AJ, piggybacking on kind of what they said earlier about genres of music, you say this is all you know. Have you ever entertained the idea of, you know what if little AJ doesn't start singing, dancing, acting? Is there something you do just innately well and you think, AJ attorney at law or AJ
Oh God, you wouldn't want that.
accountant
No.
or something like. Is there some? Are you good with numbers? Are you good with?
Oh
something?
God, no, you wouldn't want that either.
What do you do where people would go? Oh, that is that weird thing that AJ does so well that I bet you he'd be great at that.
Oh, it's funny. People that I've met that don't know what I do automatically assume that I'm a tattoo artist.
So what did I do it on myself?
I have done one tattoo in my life on my tattoo artist, and I did it on her shin, and it's BSB in my handwriting. And I had never done a tattoo, so I didn't know the amount of pressure to apply.
Right.
So I literally was like this, and the second I hit the gun, her foot went right here. And I went down for a good 15, 20 seconds. And I realized I was applying too much pressure, but it turned out really good. No, growing up, I wanted to either be a fireman, or I wanted to be a acting teacher. I wanted to teach the arts of some sort. But I don't like fire, and I've yet to be able to go back to my first love, which is acting. That's what I grew up doing. I would love to eventually do full-length feature films and TV, and also produce and write and direct. I have directed every one of my solo videos with my amazing partner Renee Elizondo. I got to direct my first Backstreet Boys video for our single For Chances. I definitely would love to get back into the world of film. I miss it. That little moment during Dead 7 really got me anxious again, and I loved playing Johnny Vermillion. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
He's good. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen Dead 7, he's like a Joker character, but he's got a good, little scary. I mean, the Joker's scary too, but you got a good scary streak.
Thank you. Everyone loves a good villain.
That's right.
We do. Hi.
Hi. So I'm kind of new to the Backstreet Boys, and thanks to my mom. and I was just wondering if you had any advice for any other new Backstreet Boy fans.
Stick around. We're really fun once you get to know us. Well, first of all, good on you, Mom. And what we love is if you come to our show, there's literally 3 to 4 generations of fans in the audience, anywhere from 5 years old to 85. We make music for everyone, and we will continue to make music as long as you want us around. And thank you. And it warms my heart that your mom gets to share something that was dear to her with you. And then hopefully as you get older, you can do the same thing for your children as well. Even though we might be 70 by then, it's fine. If the Eagles can do it, we can do it. If the Stones can do it, we can do it. So.
Hey, I told AJ backstage, my 14-year-old son who's over here the other day, honest to goodness said, Dad, the best decade for music, probably the 90s. And I said, yes! I didn't put him up to it either, I swear.
I mean, it might be, Backstreet. But we'll see. Thank you for your question, darling.
All right, my turn. I was going to ask you about Drag Race, but you already answered a little bit about that, so
yes.
I'm going to switch it up. We talked briefly about Max Martin yesterday, and I was wondering what NSYNC song that Max Martin did would you had wanted to do with Backstreet Boys?
Ooh. There's definitely a few. I would say, Tearing Up My Heart would have been a good one for us. Also, It's Gonna Be May.
You could have been the meme.
Yeah, well,
the meme every year.
funny though, because when that became a meme, I was like, ha ha, and then they gave us one, As Long As You Love Me. And I'm like, we don't say it like that in the song. We say me. NSYNC says May. But
Justin blamed the producer for that one.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a lot of great songs that from that era that Max did with both of us that I'm sure if you asked them, they would wish that they had, and vice versa. But yeah, I mean, Max is a true living legend. It's been an honor to work with him for more than half of our career. We've wanted to work with him again. We may possibly reconvene for our 30th next year. We're talking about it. But even Max has said, where do we go from here? Like, we had a moment that lasted 2 decades together. I don't know where to go with you guys right now, so we're taking our time trying to figure it out, but it will be an honor to get the Dream Team back together, the whole Sharon team, go back to Stockholm, and do it like we did it from the very beginning. So, see. Hi.
Hi. So you said you're a big horror fan. My boyfriend is obsessed with a horror video game called Dead by Daylight. Have you heard of it? Have you played it?
I have not. For some reason, I'm gonna go with zombies. Is it zombie related?
No, well, I think there's a zombie killer. There's killers and survivors. They have Michael Myers. They have all of the big horror serial killers as well as like some originals.
Nice.
They also brought in Resident Evil recently and Stranger Things.
Ooh, I love it already. Is this for any particular game system or is this for PC? Is this
He plays on PS4, so I
Okay.
think it's any system.
Oh, nice. I haven't heard of it, but I'm really into it now. See, I love games like that, but being a dad, I have to wait until my kids go to sleep to play anything like that. And also because I'm a dad, I go to sleep when my kids go to sleep. So, I gotta find the time to play. Usually when I'm on the road is when I play all of my video games. I'm a big first-person shooter. I love me some Halo. I love any Call of Duty. I love Battlefield. I love any of those games, but I also grew up being a massive MK fan. I've been Sub-Zero since day one. Nick's been Scorpion since day one. Howie's Kung Lao. Brian was Baraka because his nickname is B-Rock. So B-Rocka. And then I forgot who Kevin was. He didn't play very much. Kevin sometimes just doesn't want to do anything. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, I was a big Mortal Kombat fan and a big Tekken fan. So, but I definitely want to get more info on this game. This sounds like fun.
It's pretty similar. There's a lot of screaming, so yeah, it's very loud.
Lots of blood, lots of screaming.
Yeah, it's
Sign
very
me up.
loud.
I'm in.
Yeah.
The more blood, the better. I love it. Any game that has you start out by setting the like level of dim, you know what I mean? Like where it tells you as dark as you can go before you can't see the screen, that's how you know it's going to be a good game. And you want to play it in complete pitch black and scare the bejesus out of yourself. So, hi.
Hi, AJ.
Hi.
I'm Tysa. It's amazing to meet you. I was obsessed with you and the Backstreet Boys when I was a teenager, so this is amazing.
Thank you.
So my question is, you said you'd want to get back into acting. So if you could be any superhero or villain in a movie, who would you be and why?
Superhero. And I would really have to work on my accent. But Gambit would be one. I would love to be Gambit. I'm never gonna knock Tom Holland or any of the amazing Spider-Man trio that are amazing. I'm a massive Spider-Man fan. But as far as villain, there's a lot of good villains. I don't know.
Are you like a Marvel or a DC guy?
I'm a Marvel guy. I'll say this. To me, DC has really got it right on TV, in my opinion. Minus the Dark Knight trilogy, DC's really got it right. I'm a big fan of Arrow, big fan of The Flash, love Titans, love Doom Patrol, but Marvel obviously is just, erupted. But man, villains, I don't know, man. There's so many great villains that have already been taken by amazing actors. Maybe Dr. Doom would be kind of fun. I would like to play a villain that you love to hate. One of those kind of villains, And hopefully not one that gets killed off in the first time you see him. Because that would just be great. That'd be awesome. Thank you. Hi.
This is my niece. She has a question for you.
Of course.
Do you have a favorite Big Time Rush member, and if so, who?
A favorite Big Time Rush member? I wish I knew those guys as well as I should.
My daughter's ears perked up too. Big Time Rush.
I know. I'm like Big Time Rush. I know who they are. I don't know them by name, but I will say this: they have great music, and I see a lot of us in them. So hopefully they stick around for a long time, like we have. So I do like those guys, though. Are you a Big Time Rush fan? Are you a Justin Bieber fan? Are you a BTS fan? Are you a Backstreet Boys fan? Done. We're good. We're good. That's all you gotta be. We're good.
I feel like Family Feud. We should say good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear.
My question is, New Kids on the Block have a cruise. When are you guys going to have a cruise?
Well, I mean, we've done now 5 cruises. Again, schedule, we haven't been able to get back out there and do another cruise. We have talked about doing a similar thing as the cruise, but just doing a destination. So, a hotel, resort, which I would prefer being on land. Not a big fan of the open seas. And the last cruise was gnarly. Surprisingly, I didn't get seasick, but some of my band members did. Some of the fans did. But the one thing I do like about the cruises, and Donnie and I have been going head to head, and I'm still beating him on this one, is from our first cruise to now, the last night of the cruise, I will take a selfie with every single person on the boat. And our biggest boat was 3,300. I took 3,300 selfies. It took me 4 hours. I never moved. I want to try to get in the Guinness Book of World Records to see if I can do it, or how many selfies I can do in 3 minutes. Donnie thinks he can beat me. I think I can beat him. So it'll be a little battle of the bad boys for selfies. So.
Well, step by step, I think you can beat him.
Oh yeah. Because, well look, I have the right stuff. Come on.
There we go.
Hey, oh, hey, oh, tell me why. I don't know. That's literally, this is all I have to give right now. Sorry. I have to get down. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. Hi.
Hi, I am a fan of Backstreet Boys since 2001 or 2002, since I started junior high school, and I thought it was like the coolest CD we bought from McDonald's, or was it Burger King?
Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King.
NSYNC had McDonald's, we had Burger King.
Yeah, it was just the coolest thing we ever bought, and well, I fell in love with the songs such as I Want It That Way, and
Thank you.
Don't always watch your back.
Don't Want You Back? Yeah.
Yeah, Don't Want You Back is a very cool song too.
Thank you.
Larger Than Life is a very cool song.
Thank you.
But the question is, how was it like to compete with NSYNC back in 2001 or 2002?
1998.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, obviously, back then, before there was social media, there was just the regular press and media, and the press pitted us against each other because we were under the same label, same management, we both worked with Max Martin, songs sounded similar, but I will say this much. They had dolls, we had action figures and a comic with Stan Lee. We win.
There's a difference.
We had a comic book with Stan Lee, the late great Stan Lee. There was healthy competition, but at the time that NSYNC blew up, we had already been touring for almost, I feel like 9 years straight. We were exhausted with no real breaks, and we got offered to do something for the Disney Channel, and we turned it down because we needed a break. So NSYNC took our spot. That was their kind of launching pad. So not to say that they wouldn't have done as much success as they did without that, because they're very talented, but that definitely helped that we sat that one out. But they had an amazing career, and they still have, in my opinion, some of the best pop songs, period. So I really do believe that. Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Love the shirt, by the way.
Thanks. I'm really excited for the Christmas album to come out.
Thank you, me too.
What's your favorite Christmas tradition?
Favorite Christmas tradition? So growing up for me, my family, we were a Christmas Eve opening presents family. Since I've started my own family, my wife's family is a Christmas morning open presents. So we've adapted that now. My wife and I will do Christmas Eve, our gifts that we exchange with each other, which is now becoming none because it's all about my daughters and whatever the big man brings. I am 44 years old and I still believe in Santa Claus, and I will never not believe in Santa Claus. I had some experiences as a child and that are unexplainable, and 100% Santa Claus is real. But I don't know, like I've always wanted to try the elf on a shelf thing, but it seems like it's just, you know. Maybe Backstreet Boy on the shelf. See if we had dolls, we could do that. Otherwise, just little action figures just floating around. But yeah, I mean, as far as traditions, we're making traditions now with my family, with my daughters, that hopefully will continue to go down and down and down the road. But we keep it pretty simple in my house. For me, my favorite holiday is Halloween, so I go all out for Halloween. It's a little obsessive, but for my wife, it's Christmas. She starts playing Christmas music in July. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting this Christmas because now, when we put on Apple Music, we'll listen to Mariah, we'll listen to Wham, and then we can finally listen to the Backstreet Boys have a Christmas album. So it's gonna be awesome. So thank you. Hello, Gamora.
Hi. So my mom is more of a NSYNC fan, so I kind of listen to some of the songs by myself. If you had to go back and pick your least favorite song, what would it be?
From Backstreet Boys? Oh, that's easy. And I know some of y'all know exactly where I'm going. The dumbest song we have ever recorded. If you wanted to be good, girl, get yourself a bad boy. It's just, it pains me that we even recorded that song.
I'm guessing that's not one of the 32 then that's
No, but it is a fan favorite, and I don't know why. So long story short, there was an amazing songwriter named McLean, who you would know. He was married to Shania Twain for a very long time. He wrote a lot of Def Leppard's biggest hits. Rock guy. One of the guys that, you know, he's in the studio barefoot, feet up on the thing, you know, he's just different era. And the label said, we want you to make a song like Max Martin. And that was his interpretation of what he thought a Max Martin song was. It was a really bad song, man. If you wanted to be good, girl, get yourself a big bad boy. Like, that was Kevin's line the whole song. Big. That's all Kevin said the whole song. Yeah. That song just needs to be dead and gone for the rest of our days. YouTube should ban it. Yeah. Hi, I love your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Eddie Munson for life.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
This is kind of like her question, but do you have a Backstreet Boys song that you're like most tired of, that like you hate, well not hate singing, but tired of singing on stage, you're tired of people referencing you when they see you, or yeah?
Like the big ones. Do you get tired of singing the big ones?
Yeah.
No, because, you know, when we geared up for a whole new tour to promote a whole new album, we try to switch up the OGs just a little bit to make it fresh for us. Like on DNA, Backstreet's Back, for example, now has a dubstep feel to it, but we keep the melodies the same. We keep the song for you as the fans to sing along to it. A lot of artists will switch everything up so much that the song is not the song anymore. And as a fan of music, I don't like that. Like, I don't want to hear, I want it that way, like I want it that way. But I would say probably for me, Quit Playing Games is the one that I can kind of live without. Even though we don't really do anything with that song except sit and sing. But I don't know, that song to me, I can take it or leave it. There's other hidden gems on our albums that I think should go in the show. It took me since 2002 to get Another Boyfriend back into our show. And I got it in the Vegas residency, and then the boys didn't want it anymore again. And I'm like, you gotta put it in DNA. Come on, the fans love it. And thankfully they allowed me to put it back in the show. Good God!
I think, do we have like time? I'm ready to get the hook. Do we have time for like one more? Do we have one more?
Yeah.
A couple more?
Sure, we can do a couple more, sure.
This is like an award show.
Hello, young man.
Timer over here. It's ticking.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Eli.
Hi, bud.
And what's your favorite thing to do in Utah?
My favorite thing to do in Utah, golf. I'm a big golfer, and mountain biking. I love to mountain bike, downhill mountain biking. Probably shouldn't be doing it at my age, but I love to go fast, and I love to live on the edge. So, but golf, beautiful golf courses here. So, yeah. That's a really good question, bud. What do you like to do here in Utah?
I usually like to just go home and take a nap after school.
That is the best answer ever. Naps are everything, right? Naps are the best. My wife won't let me nap anymore. But I sneak them in here and there. Now, how old are you?
I'm 6.
Yeah, naps are really important at 6, yeah.
And at 44 too.
At 44 too. But naps are good at 6, so you can recharge, so you can really go nuts for mommy and daddy later, right? Yeah. Mommy's like, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, young man. We got time for one more? Yeah?
I mean, I don't know. We're kind of running the show. Why don't we wrap it up here, I guess?
Yeah.
It says please wrap up. So, I mean, the award show is where you say, no, I'm going to thank everybody else. So let's get more questions. One more.
Don't want to be the finale. That was so good.
Yeah, make it a good one, man.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming for your tour.
Thank you.
I'm wondering what the charities are going for the Backstreet Boys right now we can get behind.
We are involved in all individual charities, as well as trying to figure out what as a group we want to pursue. I'm a huge advocate for the LGBTQ+ community. I have been for years, as well as juvenile diabetes. Diabetes runs in my family. I get checked every year, as well as pediatric cancer. You know, being a father has changed me in many ways, and I have been blessed to have 2 healthy children, but I know that there are hundreds of thousands of millions of people out there who may not be so lucky to have a healthy child. So to be able to do whatever I can, raise awareness. I most recently have partnered up through my nail polish company, Ava Dean. I have partnered up with the John Ritter Foundation, and we are raising awareness and raising money for aortic heart surgery. And so, yeah, I've been given so many blessings that I want to give back as much as I possibly can. I wouldn't be on this stage today if it wasn't for all of the amazing people, all the amazing fans, all of you, and I need to remember that I do have a platform and that I need to use it for good. I feel like a superhero. I need to use it for good, but But no, seriously, I want to give back as much as I possibly can. I'm a huge animal lover, so anything to do with trying to eradicate kill shelters across the country. Because I love me some pups. There's puppies back in our green room. It's not okay. It is, and they're all up for adoption. And I've been hanging with them since this morning. My wife would kill me.
So +1 or 2.
Well, and they're puppy breath and baby head smell. 2 best things in the entire world, in the world. So,
well,
yeah.
AJ, we know you're headed off to Europe very soon, but can we count on you again here in Salt Lake City for FanX again?
Yes. Knowing that our tour ends around May and June, hell yeah, I'll be back here next year. Hell yeah.
Everyone, please